Hey there, good morning. I'm John. Today is Thursday, August 24th, 2023. Welcome back to another entry in my daily vlog where I am documenting, journaling, I'm vlogging about my journey of trying to make content creation a sustainable career after I was laid off from my longtime career some months ago. And each morning I come in here and turn on the lights and tell you and me how things are going. Let's start by talking about yesterday. So no, my package did not arrive yet. According to FedEx, it's out on the truck today. You know, it's funny, that package, it's for a review for next week. And it was supposed to be here today. And then last weekend, they revised it to say, no, it's going to be here on Tuesday. And then each day, they revised it back to the original day. So why did they do that? Trying to guess. Anyway, it should be here today. I'll get a chance to start getting it open, getting worked on it. So because that package didn't arrive, in the interim, I spent my time yesterday researching and writing the next tier video. And I think I've now researched all the games except one possible bonus game that I have to look at and determine how to present, because it's going to be a little extra. Anyway, that and just a little bit of writing, and I'll actually be ready to start shooting that. Surprised me. I mean, I guess a few days of work will do that, but I think there are like 18 games in this tier, so it's a little bit bigger one. So, but yeah, really good progress on that yesterday. Plus, I buttoned up all the remaining duties for the new podcast, which dropped today. So, brand new episode of the audio podcast. It's that one we edited back on Tuesday, remember? So that comes out today. You can listen wherever you listen to your podcast. I did not record the 1980s Now show last night. The guys had to do a little schedule juggle. So that's been pushed to today, which we'll talk about in a second. Stat-wise, things are status quo or a little bit better. A little bump. I got a couple short videos out. An important short video that I'm going to talk about at the end of this vlog today, that we'll see how things go. I'm going to tell you the story of it, though, anyway, how it's been going. Because the stats are doing well, I think just this morning, just as I was getting up, we crossed the next small milestone. So we're at 35,900. Last time I looked, it was even 900. Maybe by the time I take a picture, it'll be 901, 902 or something. Anyway, so 36 by the end of the month looks pretty possible. We're currently we're pacing about between 50 and 80 a day at the kind of our status quo level. So there's no reason we shouldn't make, it might be close, but yeah, another 1,000 in a week-ish. I think we could do it. So let's talk about today. So today, as expected, I think I will get that package in today. That's probably going to be an after lunch thing. They said it'll arrive in the afternoon, and I can get started on that work. Additionally, I will continue to do a little bit of writing and button up anything else I need to research for the next tier video. I still have another potential short I could knock out based on the sneak peek. So that's something that I kind of been noodling around. It's funny how the process for videos goes for me. It's like I have, even like a short, I have this idea, but I can't just run out and do the idea. I have to noodle around. How do I present it? Is there is there a funny angle? Is there what's the tone? What's the all that? Sometimes you just have you're washing dishes or in the shower or something and have some epiphany like, aha, that's how I'll do it. So that short's been noodling around in my head, waiting for one of those epiphanies of just how to present it. But I think I have a pretty good idea. I might get to that today. We'll see. And then this evening, I have a late evening because I have two things. So I have the recording of the 1980s Now podcast tonight, early in the evening. And then late in the evening, I'm going to be a guest on a live stream of, there's a channel that chronologically playing, I think it's called. If I got it wrong, whoops. After I've done it, how will I share with you? I'll find the channel and I'll throw a link up in the corner, and you can look and see. But basically, it's he's trying to play every game ever released chronologically over time, and he's streams every night. But he invited me to guest. He's a couple time zones back, and so it's late tonight. I think it's 10 p.m., 9 p.m., 10. I think it's 10 p.m. for me, something like that. Anyway, it's a late one, but it looked like it'd be fun, so we're gonna do that late tonight. So I want to talk just a little bit here before I leave the video. You'll remember that the last big tier video that I did was based on those Atari mature titles, and then YouTube decided that it wasn't suitable for advertising revenue, so they stopped recommending it. So it was very popular and it has great potential for, you know, engagement and subscribers. So we didn't want to bail on it. And then Kat had in the comments earlier in the week the idea that, hey, how about short videos to promote it? Well, I did make one. I uploaded it, never published it, but shortly after I uploaded it and tagged it all up, that got flagged as being inappropriate for advertisers, meaning it wouldn't get much traction. Okay, so I did little tweaks to it. I get it's Atari pixelation, and part of it's even blurred out anyway, and I show very little of any game. And the most benign of the games anyway. So I did some tweaks to it, uploaded it again. I let it sit for like 3 days, almost 3 days. YouTube said it was fine, so I published it last night. It's got a couple thousand views. It hasn't gone bananas viral. I've not seen any splashback from it onto the long form video yet. But really it hasn't gone, you know, it hasn't gone to the point where you would expect. You know, once it gets to maybe 10, 20,000 views for a short, then maybe you'll start to see some traction off of it. If there are any people at all willing to click off of a short and go watch the long form. It was a great experiment, and we'll see how it goes. So it's published now and it's out there, but I just thought it just tells me that it's challenging to do that kind of, I can't imagine anybody using that kind of, you know, borderline adult subject matter content for a YouTube channel, because you're always running the risk of just getting, you know, persona non grata on that video. They just ignore it if they choose to. You only find it if you search specifically for it, and that can be rough. And so I think Jamie said very well in a comment last week or so. He's like, well, now you found the edge, you know, just stay this side of the edge, because it kind of fell over there. You reaching out and finding what the parameters are that they're willing to accept. And that was really, that was probably a one-off anyway. There's not that many games to look at on the Atari like that. So it tells me I probably won't do a specific video like that for other consoles in the future, because that's liable to be a waste of time, because look what happened to this one. This wasn't a waste, but excuse me, had it not taken off when it did. Wow, look at a scratchy throat. You hear that? Had it not taken off when it did right away, that would have been a waste, right? But it did, luckily. So anyway, hey, that's I think that is good for today. I'm going to go ahead and get busy. Keep an eye out for the FedEx truck. Thank you for stopping in to check out today's vlog. If you're here every day, I love you for that. Thank you so much for being here with me. Have a great Thursday. Do something good for yourself if you find an opportunity to, and I'll talk to you again next day. Bye-bye.